Hello, and welcome everybody to the bi-weekly IoTeXperts live stream. Today, Robert will not be able to join us, so I will try to be your host. I'll do my best for this episode of the IoTeXperts. So every 2 weeks in these episodes, we take a deeper look at the IoTeX developer ecosystem, and we explore the many things going on in and around this exciting space. Today, I'll give you an overview of the latest Work to Earn workshop, the guide that we recently uploaded to the developer portal. Then we will try to have a live connection with Giuseppe, who is at the TPIN Summit event in New York, which is about token incentivized physical infrastructure networks, which is an extremely relevant topic to IoTeX. So we will finish off with the usual Jeremy's Discord section, and finally with a question and answer, space for you guys. So let me share my screen, and I will start this episode with talking about this recent guide that we uploaded to the developer portal. By the way, you can see that we also updated the homepage with the very exciting roadmap of the WebStream release. We are about to see the WebStream 1.0 alpha release by the end of October this year. So, but that's not what I want to talk to you about. Instead, I'm going to the Academy section and then to the Guides section. And here you see we have a brand new guide about the Work to Earn workshop. It's divided into 3 parts. And I think this is a very interesting guide for those of you who want to start experimenting with the real MachineFi application. In this guide, basically, we are creating a simplified version of an IoTeX MachineFi application where the WebStream network is simplified in a single node WebStream oracle. We use a set of smart contracts on the IoTeX blockchain, and then finally we use real hardware here. We use an Arduino Nano 33 IoT, and the purpose of this workshop is to explain all the concepts of a MachineFi application, what's the flow of the data, and finally rewards of a MachineFi application by using this like Work to Earn. That is an example of the do something to earn token economy of a MachineFi application. I would say the simplest token economy of a MachineFi application. So I highly suggest you to take a look at this workshop. It's divided into 3 parts, and it's fully working. It's a fully working MachineFi application. Maybe it's not production ready, but it's very interesting, where you eventually will have this device that you can carry around. It will count steps that you do, and eventually you will be able to claim your rewards from the MachineFi application smart contract. So with that said, I will try to connect with Giuseppe. Let me try to bring Giuseppe on the stage directly from New York, the TPIN event. Giuseppe, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. Well, thanks. First of all, apologies for the audio. I'm not sure how it's coming through, but there are a lot of people here. The event is packed, so it's cool. Yeah, it's really fun. It was a great event. A lot of great speakers. Just for reference, I am at the TPIN, which stands for Token Incentives for Physical Infrastructure Networks. And so, besides obviously IoTeX, me and a couple more people from the team, which I will introduce shortly. We've had other interesting projects that have a physical infrastructure, so connecting, again, real world data with blockchain projects or with possible infrastructure for developers to build on top of their networks. So yeah, it was really fun, very welcoming. Everybody's working together as a community to increase the popularity of tipping projects. And already we can see that the popularity has actually skyrocketed lately. And so yeah, very happy to be here.
Interesting. So how was the presentation? We did a presentation there, right?
Yes, Andrew actually did a great presentation. Talked a little bit about our tokenomics, and he also talked about. There were some talks about how to work increasing demand for certain products. We talked a little bit about the IoTeX infrastructure, a little bit about the IoTeX layer 1. Some talks about the layer 2, but not too much because obviously we're waiting for the official release. And yes, besides us, there was Dymo, another interesting project. We had Helium. Obviously, we had another project that was really interesting. Focuses on a energy infrastructure. And so, yes, lots of interesting inspiration. And I think there is a very bright future for tipping, which is, in essence, basically what we in IoTeX, in the IoTeX world, call machine-fi.
Great, very cool. Maybe you can show us around a little bit, or I don't know, if you are with other team members, I would be happy to see.
For sure. I can flip the camera and then just walk you around and see who I can find.
Yeah.
Okay, this is very live, so maybe not super polished, but... Okay, so let's go find some people. Let's go here. I think I have Andrew somewhere after his successful presentation. Oh, here he is. I'll flip the camera back. Hey, guys. Yeah, we're having a live stream on our YouTube right now, and I just wanted to show Andrew because he did a great presentation, so very proud of him. And what's your name?
Max.
Okay. Very nice. Did you want to say something, or?
How was the presentation?
How was the presentation?
It was very good. This was my first time to do so, but I enjoyed the presentation to share more about machine-fi and also IoTeX.
Awesome.
Great work.
Very fun. Okay, cool. Maybe I can go around a little bit more if you want to see if I can find some other team members.
Yeah, please go.
Okay, let's go find more team members. Let's see around. Hey guys.
Hey.
I work with Claire here at IoTeX. We're just doing a live stream for our developers. I just wanted to say hi because I found you here. Yeah. Cool. All right. And Adam.
Oh, hey.
We have Adam from Spexy as well.
Hey, everybody.
Nice. See you around, guys. Thank you.
Cool. Great. I think there is also Marcos there from the marketing team.
Marcos is here too. As you can see, there is a great atmosphere. Everybody's actually one thing that they pointed out that I thought was really cool is that everybody's sort of working together instead of sort of being one against the other because we're like building different things. And so there is a lot of community, and it's really encouraging.
Yeah, we can feel the great vibe,
right? Oh, and just a quick hi to Marcos.
Hey Marcos. Let me also bring Jeremy actually on the stage.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hello.
This guy Jeremy has a real face.
Yeah, he has a real face.
It's not just something on Lars. That's amazing.
No, he's real. The Jeremy effect is real.
The Jeremy effect is real.
He's not a bot.
Very nice. Cool. Okay.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Next step, meeting in person.
Next step, meeting in person.
I hope so. I hope so.
Very nice. All right, I'll keep walking around. See you later, Marcus. All right.
Great. So how long are you staying there?
I think we have a couple of hours. I wanted to meet a couple of more people. I had a talk with one of the team members from Dymo, which I thought was a very interesting project. And yeah, just trying to meet more people and spread the love, I would say.
Okay.
It looks like a great vibe. Looks like a great space as well. The interior of this building looks very nice as well. Looks like a great space to have a conference.
Yes, I agree. And as a matter of fact, I mean, since it's a live stream for developers, I think a lot of these projects are very developer focused, and they are all trying to allow developers to build on top of their infrastructures. And so it's really nice to see that actually, developers are sort of like the first and at the forefront of, the user base for all these applications.
Yeah, I think one interesting point, as you also mentioned before, is that many, if not all of these projects, maybe they are verticals into this infrastructure space, like into this like decentralized infrastructure, incentivized infrastructure products. But IoTeX is probably the only one or one of the few ones that is actually a general purpose infrastructure where any decentralized, incentivized decentralized network of devices could be built on top of. So which is, I think, is an important point here.
Exactly. And that's also the conversation that I was having with Dymo. They're specifying on smart cars, and they have this hardware that basically would allow, let's say, non-smart cars to be smart and be able to actually send the car's data to their own centralized infrastructure. And also that, or the project that, it's based on energy infrastructure, like you said, they're all verticals. And so I'm explaining to them that actually what we, our IoTeX, are doing is creating a chance for somebody that has a hardware, has, an idea for Web3 to sort of like just let their imagination go wild and create any type of project on it, thanks to IoTeX technology.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So I guess I will leave you walk around and do some public relations, learn, and share with us. If you have anything cool you want to share, just raise your hand and let us know. We will bring you back on the stage again.
Sounds good. Okay. Have fun, guys.
Great.
Nice.
Thank you,
Have a good time.
Enjoy. So great, Giuseppe. I wish I was there as well.
Yeah, me too.
And meeting also the rest of the team. But likely I will be going there actually soon at the end of October for the ARM Dev Summit with Robert, and that I will meet for the first time in person, and also other team members. Let me remove this. So yeah, actually, Jeremy, you're already here. I think this episode today is gonna be shorter than usual because we had this live stream connection, and also Robert is not here to fill in the space and everything. So yeah, I will actually pass it to you, Jeremy, with your social, like Discord questions and answers topics, and yeah, the stage is yours.
Perfect. Okay, so let me just open up my Visual Studio Code really quickly. I wanted to touch on a topic which we already discussed during our office hours earlier this evening. My presentation is, it's not going to be as lively as Giuseppe's, but I'll do my best. Just as you said, I wish I was there too. Looked like a great event. Looks like a great event. Okay, I'll present my screen now. I think my computer is lagging a bit.
Let me try.
I have to invest into some new hardware because I'm running on my laptop at the moment.
I see. No worries.
Select the window, screen 2. Okay. Let me know how the quality is of my presentation. If it's too laggy, then there's no point
I think
continue.
we just hear a little bit of noise on your mic, but yeah.
Okay.
I see some.
I shared my screen.
Okay, let me add it. Yeah, it's perfect. Maybe you just increase the font size a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just bring up the terminal. So the topic I wanted to discuss here, I know it's not the best quality. I'm going to have to run off my PC the next time. But basically, I want to present to you guys was this solution to a question which was posed in our Discord. I'm not going to try and open Discord now because that would absolutely kill my laptop. But let's try to go to code and call it test. So I'm in the test folder here, and this is my hard hat configuration. It's just as in the Academy on the developer portal. So basically here you can see I've set up my my network, I've set the Solidity version, I've got my private key here, and I've set my timeouts. Due to the lag, maybe the contracts might time out, but let's try. So basically here I have two main functions I wanted to try out today. One is the deploy, and one is the one is the test library. So the test library contains the tests I wanted to run locally, which is running inside Mocha, inside this hard hat test development suite. And the other one is when we're going to be trying to deploy live to the IoTeX testnet. So the two commands that we're going to use is npx hard hat test, and then we're going to use npx hard hat run deploy. So if we run hard hat test, the first thing I expect is that it's going to deploy. So what we're testing here now is we have this variables.js, which, as you can see on the screen, it contains a whole bunch of code. This is all just encoded data. It's actually a binary representation of a 3D model with some with a bit of junk data at the end, just like a buffer to test out the max size of the deployed smart contract. So if we can see here, actually, I'm gonna maybe try and full screen it. So you can see that all this wall of text is actually the contents of the smart contract, which was deployed on the testnet suite of Hard Hat. And after this, after that, we are actually checking. We are then trying to change the smart contract, and then we are comparing if the changed smart contract is the same as what we changed it to. And we see that after a period of time, we succeeded. And the second one is actually also interesting because we are deploying an array to the smart contract of a lot of numbers between 1 to 255, and then we are changing it to a smaller array of just 3 numbers. We can see that the deployed array afterwards is actually full of zeros. So we deploy lots of numbers, then we change it to 1, 2, 3, and we can see that the smart contract actually retained the memory and is just filled with zeros. So it's you have to remember to optimize your smart contracts, otherwise you might end up paying too much gas for your executions. But let's just go back to this original topic, which I wanted to test. As you can see, the hard hat succeeded in deploying this massive contract. If I try to run npx hard hat, I have it saved somewhere. Npx, this one, run scripts deploy on the testnet network. what I expect from my previous tests yesterday is that, so you can see that I have 107 IoTeX in my wallet, and I'm getting a HTTP provider error. So when I first got this error, I was wondering actually what is going on. And I found that after modification of the data I'm sending to it, I can't remember exactly how much I have to cut off, but let's just try and cut off this much. Let's try to redeploy it. I haven't found the optimal number yet. And as we discussed earlier this evening during the office hours, what I might be doing is not actually optimal either. So we discussed about a theoretical limit of 200 kilobytes for a transaction. However, as we discussed during the office hours, that might be a limit for the native transaction sizes. About the maximum amount of data you could put into a block. Here you can see that actually after 19 seconds, I managed to deploy the smaller contract. And let's see how much gas it actually cost me to deploy. I think it's going to be close to 20. I'm not sure if it's going to succeed in modification of the smart contract. Let's just try and let it finish. This is a pretty resource-intensive task. It actually never took this long. So this is it might have crashed. My computer might have, or maybe hard hat crashed, or maybe we crashed the IoTeX testnet. No, I'm just joking. Maybe I think this is due to my PC lagging due to the streaming software, but as you can see, so basically the main point I wanted to take out of this test is to show you that you can't base all of your tests on hard hat. When you develop your apps, be sure to deploy on testnet intermittently, because tools like hard hat are very useful. They're great, but you have to remember that they are virtualizations. They are intended to be used as tools, not as the actual blockchain itself. So I think my console crashed here, Simone. I don't think there is any point in continuing this demo. I think.
Well, I guess the point of this demo was about trying to discover what's the limit, the maximum size of a smart contract that we can deploy to the IoTeX network. I think this is actually an interesting topic because, as you also pointed out during the office hours, there is such a limit for the Ethereum network. So it's interesting to know if this limit also affects the IoTeX blockchain, because we anyway integrate the Ethereum EVM modified for the IoTeX consensus, but we basically integrate it at 99% the same. So I think it's interesting to learn a bit deeper here if this check on the Ethereum network happens at the API level. In this case, you could have issues like this limit applied to your deployment if you're using the IoTeX Ethereum API service. Exactly. But if you then deploy using the native API, like you said, we should not be affected. But exactly. if this check is applied in the EVM itself, then most probably the IoTeX network will be affected as well. So I guess I don't know exactly the answer to this question. It's very deep, technically deep into the code. So we can definitely, after this live stream, dive a bit deeper into the EVM code and see where this limit is applied. If it's at the EVM module where I think it is, then maybe it's also affecting the IoTeX contract deployment. So yeah, definitely we'll take a look, and maybe we will update interested developers in the next live stream or in the next office hours next week.
Exactly. That's my plan. I'm going to try and deploy it on the native smart contract as a native transaction as well, and see what the limit is on native transactions. And hopefully next office hours or next live stream, we'll have an update for you regarding the outcome of those tests. But yeah, it's the live demos always end like this. So
yeah, exactly. That's what live demo are for, to fail during the presentation.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you, Jeremy, for all this work and interesting, like deep diving into the IoTeX protocol. So yeah, I would say we keep this episode of the IoTeX experts a bit shorter than usual. So I want to thank you everybody for joining this call. As Robert usually say, you could have spent this time doing anything else, but you decided to spend it with us. So thank you very much for joining this live stream. And I'm saying goodbye to you and waiting for you next week during the office hours on at noon. Yeah, at noon Pacific time, or in 2 weeks, next Wednesday, same time for another live stream. Thank you, everybody, and bye.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.